This is my big green egg barbecue table. I got a lot of ideas on YouTube, and I thought I'd throw mine out there for anyone who's looking at building one. It's a great project. Haven't done this kind of stuff in a long time, so it's a good place to start. Basically, the material I'm using is cedar. I used 5/4 deck boards to build the tabletops, and 4x4 posts for the uprights. Then I took fencing and ripped it in half to build the frame. I'll show you a little more details. The frame's pretty much done now, and just kind of show you what I did. So that's the frame. You can see the 4x4 posts and the fence boards that were ripped in half for all the framework. Where you see the extra cross slats on top here and at the bottom, I bought 2 pieces of granite that are going to go on top, and basically it's going to be cut into the top so that it sits flush with the wood, actually a little lower than the wood. Essentially for the construction, I notched out the post, as you can see, at the top and in the middle, just for integrity and for support. And the bottom frame that holds all the weight, I basically built an insert frame, as you can see, which is fastened from the inside to all the posts. You can see it here a bit more. So I could use longer screws here, just for support. I use pocket holes everywhere, so there's no screw head showing anywhere. And for the inside frame, I screwed from the inside and then this way, and it's all glued with exterior grade glue. The frame itself is about the same dimensions. The total length is 57 inches, and the width is just a little over 25. That's with a 1-inch overhang on the top, and it'll be flush down here. It'll be flush right to there, and it's going to end right about there, and that's where my granite goes on the bottom for the egg to sit on, just for easy cleanup. I've seen some other plans where they put piece of sheet metal and things like that, but I figured granite on the bottom is good. It'll look nice and be easy to clean the ashes from. Plus it'll match the granite on the top. So there'll be a piece of granite on the top on the right and a piece of granite on the bottom shelf on the left to support the egg. I'm also going to do a flip up shelf on the end of it for another 15 inches to the left, just to give you some space, some working room when you're cooking. So I got the frame pretty much together. The next step was to sand it all and make the joints nice and smooth. And I'm going to put in the bottom shelf and then the top shelf. I'm also going to build a cabinet. So the outside of the frame here will be sealed in, and then the back here there'll be a shelf with a door that swings open to keep, different supplies that need to stay dry. The other thing I saw on YouTube was someone had a plan with a slide out metal shelf underneath, which I'm also going to incorporate in this, but I'm not 100% sure what material I'm going to use. I'll add that as I go. Basically it'll be a shelf that slides out that you can put hot grills on, so you don't have to put it on the wood. So this is my project so far. Oh, this is the top. Basically it's let's see if we can get back here. It's 5/4 decking that I've glued into a panel. Then I cut the circle, which is 21 inch for a large green egg, using a router and a circle jig for the router. That goes right on top, obviously, and the hole will be here, the egg will be here. I'm centering the granite so that the center of the bottom of the egg will be in the middle of the granite. So that's it so far. I'll show you in the next stage when I get the panels done and the bottom shelf put in place, and then I'll be putting the top shelf in. The other thing that I did to hold the shelf down, it's all going to be glued. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this with the video, is I pre-drilled holes so that you can screw from underneath to hold the top down. That's all the way through bottom and top shelf. There's holes drilled underneath on all of it. It should hold up. It's pretty strong. I have some casters too that are going on the bottom, and as I said, as I get to the next stage, I'll do another video, or maybe edit this one and put it all together. We'll see. So that's it in a nutshell. You can see how the notched out corners give a nice finish. Once that's sanded down, it'll look pretty good. The idea is to have it look slick, but also be strong. You give it an integrity, and that's lots of strength. I'm a little over 200 pounds, and I actually stood on this where the egg goes just to test it, and you can see that it's pretty strong. It's not going anywhere. So I will continue and update you as I go. Okay, so at a stage now where I have the bottom part of the table in place. I put nailing on the upper part for the sides of the shelf that I'm building. You can see it all around. You can see it from underneath here too. Just glue these out so that the overhang is a little over an inch on both sides. The next part of this project is putting the top on. So flip it upside down and glue and screw the top on. I put the granite in just to check the layout. Looks good. That's the bottom piece where the barbecue will sit on. And once I put the top on, then I'll be able to put the sides on and put the door on the front and put the piece of granite on top. So that's coming up next. That's it. Alright, here's the finished product. You can see the extension table on the side. That can hold, I think it's 200 pounds per hinge, so it's quite strong. Not going to go anywhere. The granite on the bottom where the egg will sit on. The little cabinet, which is left as unfinished cedar inside with the motion detection light. You can see how it's fastened on the inside. And a piece of granite on top. A little bit of silicone, it's not quite dried yet. The granite is just slightly recessed underneath the wood top. You can see the side of the cabinet and the back. Those were panels that were just glued up. Yeah, it's nice and sealed. Keep everything dry inside. The only thing left is the steel slide out rack underneath, which is going to go basically underneath, pull it out, put the hot grills on, whatever. I'll update the video when that's done. Other than that, that's my big green egg table.